Hey guys, welcome to Black Geek Cool. I'm your host Gershon, and today we got a review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Don't worry, this is a spoiler review. A non-spoiler review. I'm going to talk about only things you might have seen in the trailer and how I kind of feel about the movie and my thoughts on if you should see the movie necessarily. Pretty much a guide to if you should go see this day one or if you should wait a couple weeks and go see this movie. I'm trying to make my reviews a little more structured, so I think I'm going to hit you with my quick opinion, a couple characters I like, kind of the theme of the movie a little bit, and then my overall view. So let's get into it. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, should you go see this day one? Absolutely. This movie is amazing. It's beautiful to watch. It's a great story. It hits on all cylinders. It's so good. I was engaged in the whole story. From A to B, how they got to certain points of the movie, it made sense, and they did great character building for how many characters they have in this movie. It works. They clearly took their time to make sure they crafted this story for you to be able to not only learn about Spider-Man, but also be engaged in his world, and then gave each character, or almost each character, enough time for you to worry about their successes and their failures. And that's what a good story does. And this one does it. On top of that, they took their time to make sure they had a style that they were happy with, and a style that implements so much comic book just beauty into it. It feels like it's right from a comic book page. And I've never seen another movie do that in such a beautiful and successful way. It makes perfect sense almost all the time. It makes perfect sense all the time. From just panels that pop up and you read like a comic book, it's great. I can say this because some of this is already in the trailer and you got the glimpse of that. A lot of people are kind of worried about the animation style. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a little jarring at first, but eventually your eyes adjust. And then it feels natural after that. So don't worry about that. Should you go see this day one? Yes. I got an early viewing of the movie, and I'm already buying tickets for this Thursday because it comes out this Thursday. Hopefully this posts Thursday, so it comes out today technically if I post this at the right time. I'm already getting tickets for this Thursday because it's awesome. I can't wait to see it again. It's such a good movie. All right, let's talk about the characters. Where this movie is one of the places it really shines is through its characters. It takes its time and gives these characters time to develop and tell their story, which works. With Miles, it just goes deep into his story and lets you learn about him. For people that don't know him, for people that have never heard of him, it does kind of give you an origin story. Technically, this whole movie is an origin story, but it's done in such a different way. It's a whole new take in the origin story, which I loved. That it made so much sense, and it surprised you but before you realize how they're doing the origin story, you're so deep into the movie. It works with it, and you just don't catch it until the last minute. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe they just did that. And they did it so smoothly and it made sense. It just works. But Miles is voiced by Shamik Moore. He does an awesome job. Honestly, the whole voice cast, they do an awesome job. From Miles to Peter Parker, who is voiced by, I think his name, Jake Johnson. He's from New Girl. He's Nick from New Girl because I love him in that. Jake Johnson voices Spider-Man. I don't know the lady who voices Spider-Gwen, but she does an awesome job. This one comedian voices Spider-Ham. I forgot his name. It's I'm not even gonna try it. I'm gonna hit you with it somewhere on here. But and also Spider Noir is voiced by Nick Cage, which you think, oh, that's not gonna work, but it works. It's amazing how it works. Like when you see him talk, you're like, wait, that's Nick Cage, but it works. It's hard to explain, but it works. But also, Miles's dad is voiced by Brian. I think it's Tree Henry. I think that's his name. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He is an actor. He's on Atlanta, aka Paperboy. Shout out to my Atlanta fans, all the people that like Atlanta. He does a great job as his father. I didn't realize it was him until I looked up the cast a little bit, which I didn't look up that much because I'm missing names. But he did an awesome job. Like, he gave that father feel, but yet he also has a hand of a cop, and you see him navigating those two worlds. And then also his trying to be there for his son, but also trying to let his son be a man. It works. And being a father, I kind of get those parallels, those avenues you have to navigate, and those different levels you have to do. But he does a great job, and I can see him doing maybe more voice acting in the future, because I didn't even realize it was him. That's how good a job he did, and it worked. But the character development of characters in this is amazing. They do such a great job. They even give you the villain Kingpin. They give you his character development, and you kind of get to just why he's doing what he's doing, and it makes sense. Like, it makes sense. That's one of the things this movie does. When they do stuff, it makes sense. And then, like, there's I'm gonna just say this, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but there's moments in the trailer that you're gonna look for, and then when you find those moments, they pay off so much, and you didn't realize they were building up to that, and it works so well. I'm not gonna lie, certain moments I did cry. Like, it touched me that emotionally. That's how good this movie is. It doesn't try to get you with fake outs to make you emotional. They build you up by you following these characters, and when that moment of them successfully doing something, or even when they fail, it hits you, and it's because they took the time to develop that character and took the time to show you that character, and the story develops it in that way, and it just works. Like, I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it. It's such a good movie. But yeah, overall, this Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a terribly long title. That's the only thing I can say right now that I don't like about it. Too long of a title. Just call it Spider-Verse. Just call it that. That'd have been fine. But it's Hollywood. You gotta market it. But other than the title, it is a 5 out of 5 for me. It is honestly one of the best movies of the year for me. And I haven't seen all the movies, so that's still saying a lot. It's one of the best comic book movies of this year for me, and then it's still one of the best movies of the year for me, because I've seen most of the comic book movies of this year, even Venom, which I don't understand why it did so good, but it did. Anyway, this is not about Venom. But yeah, that's my review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Hit me in the comments. Let me know if you're going to see the movie, if you already have tickets to see the movie. If you have seen the movie, put spoiler warnings on some things you want to talk about. I will be doing a spoiler review, and I'm going to have a guest for that, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, hit me in the comments if this review made you want to go see the movie even more, because, oh my God, I'm going to go see it again. I might see this like 3 times in the theater. Oh, I wish Movie Pass didn't go under. I would use the mess out of them. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And as always, you can catch me at Black Geek Cool on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And of course, here on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like the video. Share the video. Show it to a couple of your friends. And subscribe. I think I said that. Subscribe again. Hit the notification bells. All those things. And thanks for watching. Alright, guys. Check you in my next video.